Hola, buenos días. Here we are for year 7, talking about family, friends, and describing each other. This is your starter to recap using tener about hair and eye colour, and number 5 is a bit of a challenge. Complete these in your book under the title Cómo es. C-O accent M-O, new word es, E-S. You've got a few minutes to do the starter, pause, come back for the answers. Here we are for the answers. We should have tengo los ojos azules y el pelo rubio. Tienen el pelo rizado. No tenemos el pelo verde. Tiene los ojos marrones y el pelo corto. Su abuelo es calvo. So that one's a bit of a challenge because we have a possessive adjective being used here and we have a different verb rather than using tener. So I wanted to trip you up with that one. Hopefully you've remembered that we need el and los before ojos and pelo with the adjective following afterwards. So, your title, as I've said, is Cómo es. You are going to be describing someone with a little more detail using ser and our adjectives, and we're going to be looking at some reading, writing, translation skills. Pause the video, discuss with your partner the rest of these adjective agreements to do with colours, because this is really important for today that we get the agreements correct. Pause, come back. Okay, so all of our adjectives, like negro, blanco, anything ending in an O, works just like rojo, so it becomes a, os, as. If it ends in an A, like this, it stays the same. We just add an S. Azul, marrón, verde, just azul and marrón, you add ES to the end, and verde works just like naranja and rosa, we add S to the end to make it plural. So, ¿cómo es? Es alto. He is tall. Repeat after me. Es alto. Good. Next one. We're looking at this person here. Es bajo. Repeat. Es bajo. He is small or short. Okay, we're pointing to this person here and we're saying es delgado. Delgado. He is thin or slim. And now we're pointing to this fella here to say gordo. I'm sure you can guess the opposite. He is fat, gordo. We know we are speaking about a male because we can assume from the picture that this person is a male, but the most important thing is that we have an adjective ending in an O. Es guapo. What do we think es guapo means? Discuss. Now we're back. Good looking, or maybe you might think he's a bit hot. Okay? Es feo. For those Harry Potter fans out there, I don't mean to offend or insult. I'm just using Professor Snape as an example. Feo, ugly. And here we have Professor Stephen Hawking, one of the most famous scientists in our science industry profession. So, es inteligente, nice cognate for intelligence. Justin Bieber, very old picture. Joven, saying he's young. And we have Sir Tom Jones here, a Welsh singer, to say he is old, viejo. Pecas. What are these? Pecas. Hopefully you've guessed correctly, they are freckles. Barba. Which part of the face am I talking about? Barba, beard. So, you should have a handout in front of you that has a table with a few gaps in it. These are the adjectives which you need to have a look at to decide how they change from masculine to feminine singular, to masculine plural, to feminine plural. Don't forget to fill in the English as well. First one should be done for you on the sheet. Come back for the answers in about 5 minutes and press play. Here for the answers, you should have the following. Next one is delgado, then it's gordo, then it's feo, guapo, viejo, inteligente, joven. Notice there's actually a mistake on here, guys. Dun dun dun. So, on this plural column for masculine and feminine, on jóvenes, there needs to be an accent on the O. So, if you could just put that in your work, that would be really great. Okay, moving on. Spot the mistake. On the handout, you have sentences 2 to 8. You need to change it, the adjective, so that it agrees with the noun and explain why. So just like number 1, mi amiga es guapo. This is wrong because guapo needs to agree with amiga. That's why we've got the red line on the screen. And I've explained that it should be guapa because of amiga. Work through these on the sheet and correct them, give your explanations as to why, and come back when you're ready. I would say this would take about 7 minutes to do. We're back for the answers. You should have all of these adjectives and their correct spellings. And hopefully it's because of all of the people that I mentioned before. That's why you've put them there. Okay, so I'd like you to read in pairs now. You've got a selection of phrases. Match the phrases to the correct person that's being mentioned. And the challenge is to find the Spanish for these phrases. Okay? Here are your answers for the people. Oh, hopefully you didn't press that too early. Hopefully you paused it before showing the answers. The challenge, I'm going to read them to you. So you're going to mark them as if it's a dictation, okay? So we should have es muy alto, es bastante joven, es bajo y no muy atractivo, or maybe it's guapo in the text. Es delgada y muy guapa. Es viejo y también muy gordo. Es muy feo. Let's move on. This is your final task. You can see it's a bit tangled up and you need to untangle the translation, please. So if you want to have a bit more reading practice, you are going to translate everything into English. But there is actually quite a lot of English already. So I think all of you guys can be going for the challenge, the writing practice. So every time you get to something English, you change it into Spanish. You need to rewrite the whole paragraph into your books. And when you are ready, in about 10 minutes' time of silent independent work, you come back for the answers. Off you go. Okay, now hopefully you should be ready for your answers. So if you went for the reading practice, here is your answers. Pause the video, come back. And if you went for the writing, this is what you should have gone for. Okay, well done everybody. Muchas gracias y adiós.